Yo, what's up, guys? It's Felix here with another crypto video. And in today's crypto video, we're gonna go ahead and look at the new layer farming on Goose DeFi. So they're gonna start this tomorrow, it looks like, and they're gonna basically make it so that we can go into a new shit swap site, but not actually have to risk being rug pulled. There's always these new websites popping up that we want to try out, and they all have these deposit fees and all that. And I don't know, sometimes people just jump in. I'm one of those people, and you sometimes don't even make your deposit back, or you can barely make your deposit back, and then you just get out. So you would have just been better off staying wherever you were. So essentially, they're just trying to provide a safer place to do that. And so they're going to be perpetually creating new layers as we go forth into the future. The new first layer is going to start tomorrow, it looks like. And so essentially, they're saying that there's a couple parts to this, but you're going to need eggs in order to participate, it looks like, for the most part. And they're trying to burn a bunch of egg in order to add deflationary pressure on the egg token, the original one. So every time that there's a new layer, they're going to add 1,000,000 of the GGX, or the Golden Goose X, and X is going to be whatever layer number that we're in. And they're saying that every 7 days we're going to go into a new layer, and that layer is going to have 1,000,000 of those layers goose eggs. And they're going to be burning about 9% of the eggs that are produced during that time of that layer. And so each layer is going to have three parts. The first one is the incubator, it says. So you're going to stake eggs, or GGX -1 to get GGX. So basically GGX -1 means like the last layer we were in. So with this first layer, I'm not sure how that's going to work. I guess it's going to be like GGX 0, like the original goose egg. And then we're going to use that goose egg in order to get the GGX, or well, in this case, it'd be GG1 for this new first layer. And then once we're getting the GG1, then we can do, something else. Or there's the goose farm, where you get the GG1 and BUSD LPs, or GG1 and BNB LPs, and you get more of the, GGX, or in this case, GG1, token that we're in. So yeah, it's actually kind of weird, but essentially, we're just going to be seeing GG1, GG2, GG3, GG4, and so on. And in order to get the latest layer, you're going to need to have been participating in the last layer. So you're going to have to be hodling a lot of these eggs. And then the goose house basically is you put the GGX tokens, your eggs, into a pool, and you just get straight up BUSD. So that's really interesting. You just get straight up dollars. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. And it says every transaction fee on the goose farms are going to be divided into 4 parts. Half of it's going to go to buyback for the current layer and will be burned. And then they're also going to be using 30% to buy BUSD for the goose house that we just mentioned. 10% is going to go back to buy back eggs. So I'm guessing the original eggs, and burn. And then 10% will be for the developer. So hooray for the developer. Burn fee eggs directly. Okay, and then so here on this picture, it's just showing the next layered farming, unlock wallet. I guess they're going to be changing it up a little bit. All right, incubator. Incubators used to burn eggs while creating GGX. There are 3 kinds of incubators at the moment. So this is the more interesting one. It's going to have basically a limit of how many eggs can be in this incubator, and that's to ensure the APY stays high. Although in order to participate in this one, you're going to have to sacrifice 20% of your initial deposit. And then you're going to get GGX, so you're going to get the current layer of egg. So it looks like that's going to be the fastest way to produce new egg, but you're going to have quite a bit, in order to have that. And it looks like you're going to be staking the original, egg. So you're going to have eggs in order to even get that. And then the no cap egg incubator, this is like the regular pool. You 4% deposit fee, or no, 2% fee, and then it's just going to be no cap. So basically, any number of people can join in, and then as more people join in, the APY will be decreasing. And then the third part is going to be GGX minus one. So the previous layer gold egg in order to get the current gold egg. And then so you're just staking, your GGX minus one, the previous one, generates GGX and there's no cap, 4% burn free, 2% multiplier. So the multipliers are, already usually accounted for in the percentage you're seeing. And then so this is going to be the farm for the goose farm. And then you're going to be basically generating the current layer goose golden goose, and then there's going to be 4% fee on non-golden goose X pools. So the transaction fee, is going to go as follows, as it shows there. So if you're going to use BSD or BNB to create LP tokens with the golden goose X, then there's no fee, and then any other token is going to have a 4% fee. So I'm not sure if they're going to allow individual like pools, of tokens so that you can do that, but we're going to see what they allow. Basically, based on this picture, we're seeing the BUSD and BNB as options for the Golden Goose one. Use GG1, and then you can just use GG1 to get more GG1. And then that has a 0% deposit fee as well. And then the Goose House is the one that we were mentioning where it says you're just going to get straight up BUSD for putting your GG1. But it says this is an experimental one, so they're not sure what the AP, like what the percentage is going to be, like how much they're going to pay out. So it says it could be adjusted based on what they're seeing. So we're not 100% sure what we're going to do with that. It looks like, but yeah, so it is kind of crazy and confusing. So I think the best way to probably start is by just having eggs. Um, Now, normally, I don't like taking risk in buying tokens, and you know, being susceptible to the price changes. But we're gonna see how much we can work. I think I'm gonna move some of my funds from Dino. Let's see. Oh no, it's a farm. Oops. I think I'm gonna use the smaller one. And then Dino Swap just announced that they're gonna be making everyone put a 3%. Yeah, yep, there we are. So that's gonna help with the APRs a little bit, but I'm gonna take this money out. So it's BUSD and USDT. And then we're gonna go to liquidity. Dino price went down a little bit, but I mean it still hasn't gone down like from when I originally saw it, but I'm not sure. Viking also had a huge downward trend. It was USDT and BNB, right? And in their Telegram group, they said that they confirmed that it was like a bunch of whales just dumping. So that's sad to see, but I think Viking will still hold strong. No. Oh wait, my wallet's not connected? Okay. Remove. All right. So we're cashing out those LP tokens, and now we're coming over to Goose Finance. Exchange. I'm gonna just straight up buy a egg. All right, come on. We've already. And let's see, we got some USDT. We're gonna go straight up and get some egg. I mean a max. That's 12.36 eggs at the current price of $49.24. Oh, lordy lord. All right, so that's $600. And then I got the BUSD. And then we're going to use 400 of that since we already put 600. Now, since I have some BUSD left, should I maybe use some of that BUSD and put it with my egg and then put it in the, let's take a look and see what that would look like. Because now I got 20 eggs. And then for, I mean, it's 840%. So, I mean, while we're waiting, we could, I mean, it's a 0% deposit fee. So I'm going to provide a little liquidity here for a little bit while we wait for, tomorrow for the new farms to start. But in the meantime, yeah, we're just going to do that. I mean, I'm just going to use this BUSD and then we're going to match it with whatever egg. It's 4.3 eggs, so I'll be left with like 16 eggs. So yeah, I'll get 28 LP tokens. And we'll see what the value of egg does. We'll see. I mean, it's probably going to be good to hold these for the long term. I mean, because if they're just going to keep creating new farms every week, and you're going to need the layers of tokens to get into the next one. I mean, well, they said they're never going to close the layers until further notice, I guess is how they said it. So essentially, I mean, you can catch up. I mean, you can just start at, we're now at layer 0, so that's why we're getting eggs right now. And then once layer 1 opens, we're going to use these eggs to get some layer 1 eggs. And then we're going to start accumulating those eggs. And then we're not going to necessarily cash these eggs out, I don't think, because we're going to basically build this layered farming so that at some layer, at some point, you're generating a good enough APY and all your layered eggs are generating a bunch of different type of valued eggs. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be kind of crazy to see how it all goes, but I just want to get ready. I just want to see what we're going to do here. So let's see, we're adding these LP tokens now. And then I'm also going to just stake my egg in the regular egg nest. And then, yeah, we're just going to see tomorrow. It looks like tomorrow is going to be all sorts of things. There's the Pancake Swap IPO or IFO, and then there's this layered farming going on. So we're going to see what all it all does. But yeah, it's pretty cool to be part of all this. If you guys have any other questions or want to give a shout out on Twitter, go ahead and do that at Felix Eats LSD is the Twitter handle. And I do want to thank you so much for watching the video. Always remember to hit subscribe and also like the video. You guys take care. Take it easy. Peace out.